So relax. Hi
Hello,
guys.
welcome
Good
back.
evening. Yes, welcome to another episode of Spice and
I
Nice.
am Amanda Spice.
Tadi is nice.
Sometimes not so nice.
So sometimes not so nice, but today I'm in you can see from my body language. I'm like,
Very nice.
what's up,
What's
guys?
up?
Because today I'm taking a relax mood.
I will tell you yesterday I have a weird dream.
What weird
I
dream?
say like wait for Dennis come and tell you.
Oh, okay.
Like we suddenly go to like some like place in Singapore and eat something, then suddenly people come and say, oh, I know you guys from Spy, and I said like, oh, we're famous now. then then I wake up on a dream, I'm like, oh, it's just tomorrow I have to do Spy and Nice. Doesn't mean you need to remind me that I have a show called Spice and Nice. And this is the only show right now that I have mood to do. I will admit the rest is really right now is
It's work.
yeah, and also a lot of work come up, but I still enjoy to have Denise with me. She motivate me. I think teamwork is important when you run YouTube. It's getting.
It's good to have somebody that's accountable.
I agree. I agree.
Like I don't feel like going, but if you have a personal trainer,
Yeah.
then you'll be like, my PT is waiting for my account.
Yeah, it's kind of thing.
Like I book already 2 o'clock, I have to go.
Yeah.
Like
The responsibility is real. Like when you have a personal trainer and you have people waiting for you, you are like
versus just like own self.
you will doesn't feel like you want to train. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Times where I don't feel like okay, but anyway, today's topic is interesting. It's a little bit serious, but at the same time I'm kind of relaxed because I'm gonna so basically today's topic is leadership versus bossy-ship.
Okay.
I came up with the term myself.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we all know what leadership is, but we
Yeah.
also know some bosses who are just bossy and not really leaders. So today, Anne will, because you have interviewed so many people for your podcast, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them are leaders in their own right.
Yeah.
And they have shared with you and how they lead the team and things like that. And you yourself have a team that you're leading also.
Yeah.
Alright. So she will talk about it from a leadership point of view. I will talk about it from an employee point of view.
Yeah.
I'm very relaxed today because I have so many things to complain about. Today's just complaint session for me. Because it's true in the employee world, right? It's so much more common to have bosses than to have leaders.
Yeah.
It's very hard to be a leader.
I have that question also when people ask me how do I can lead so many people, because I doesn't feel that is something that is unnatural to me. I feel like I'm born with like naturally doing it, and which is and that's also answer my question why I cannot last in any corporate world, or like when I go work for people, I feel very fast. I want to quit the place, or I doesn't feel I belong, and I think that's a good experience also when you when for me I learn from different place, I work, I learn something from what I will never do at my business that lead me to when I open business. I was have very, I don't say it don't have challenge, but it's smoother because I learn from what people do that make lead to drama in the organize, lead to problem, and lead to a lot of conflict, and
like it teaches you what not to do.
Yes.
So instead of doing this, then you do the opposite.
Don't do opposite. So and again, I had to thanks to a lot of my. I know even my mentor say you should stop saying thank to me. You own it, you do it yourself, you earn it. But I still feel like mentoring is something like for lifetime. They help me a lot. They save a lot of my time to
trial and error by yourself.
Yeah, and of course they don't tell me exactly what I need to do, but by ask the right question to your mentor, you actually have saved a lot of time to figure out that yourself. Which is that's what I mean about I'm grateful. Like something you have to take 20 years to walk now, you maybe just like 3 years, for example, right? So all my mentor is male. So of course, like they show me a lot of things about leadership that make me more understand that lead by example is the most example obvious that I see from all the leadership around me, not only me alone. And I think as a leader, first you have to lead your life. You have to know how to aware of, am I going to wake up today and exercise and responsibility for my life?
In your house big?
No, I don't think so. I think that is, what is that?
I'm sorry, you got distracted. The sound is.
Yeah, I don't think it's bee. I think it's what is that, the
wasp. What's syphilis?
The black fly, what is that called?
It's just a fly, house fly.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope
I
it's a
don't think
house
it's
fly,
bee.
but it sounds too big to be a house fly. But it's okay.
I don't think it's
If it
bee.
stings
My house
me-
never had bee.
If it stings me, then you please bring me to hospital. Thank you. So smart.
Really,
Right?
in Singapore, really have that happen?
Have bees in Singapore?
Yeah, but it have in the house that sting somebody.
No, occasionally it comes in.
Okay.
I'm sure they are not interested in your house.
Yeah.
But somehow they accidentally come in, now they cannot go out. You get what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
They are
okay.
not interested to stay here. They're like, then you come in and how do I get out? That's why you see they're always up here at the top because they're trying to find a way out.
Okay.
Alright.
He parked somewhere right now.
Okay,
He
just
said stop moving.
chill out.
Where do I
okay?
stop? Sorry.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry I disturbed you.
Yeah, talking about like be a leader. Well, what first thing I think is for me personally, I had learned that I have to lead myself and I have to do what I believe, what I know is right for the environment, for my team, and not only selfish for my team, for other people outside my team as well. Because when sometimes I think in the past I make a mistake like I want to run business that only my business, only my company, only my customer, which is I way above that maturity now to know like not only for my company, not only for my customer, not only for my business partner, but also for environment and for the next generation and for other people who outside there do business as well. I will extremely grow myself a lot in leadership when I aware a lot of things, and yeah, that's the new more thing that I want to add on at leadership. And I think this is what school will never taught, that leadership first have to come from talent as well. You really have to have a first, you have to be a little bit bold, daring do stuff. I'm sorry, but most of people who I meet who leadership, everybody have a kind of gut, like it's really
because
strong
you have to be the first one to
personality.
try new things.
Yeah.
You're not waiting for other people to.
Yeah.
You have to be the first to say, hey, let's try this. How does it work?
Yeah.
Does it work? Or it doesn't? Okay, then you do something
Yeah.
else, instead of just waiting for somebody to tell you, hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
Those are followers.
Yeah.
But
And then
if you are happy being a follower, that's fine.
It's fine. That's what I'm saying. Like first, I feel like you really have to have a bold character to do certain things, because when we make mistake as a leader, we have to own it, and sometimes you have to be like responsibility in the public face, like yeah, I make a mistake and I'm own it, own with sincerity and apologize and fix it and grow from it, and allow other people to leave you when you make mistake, because not everybody will stick with you when you make mistake, because everybody looking for perfection in life, and I'm not perfect either. I cannot make everybody happy, but then own it is also the one that I have to learn. I'm used to don't want to make mistake, right? I scared of make mistake because
we all came from there.
And I don't want to, because of my mistake, affect a lot of people underneath me, especially they get payroll. And now I do risk, or I do mistake based on calculation. The thing that I'm going to try or make mistake will never involve my team. It's mean like me myself try first, just fail first, or if I'm success, then great. Now I bring a system to the next team to execute that. So, but the first person who going to fail will definitely be me. The first person going to apply certain thing new, or like a venture, or like something that out of the normal people reality box, will be a leader. And a lot of people talk about leader is like, oh, you point finger and people will listen and do to you. Actually, it's not, because human is smart, and it's not easy for you to point finger and tell people what they have to do, unless you pay salary for them. So so that's a different story. So that's we talk about boss. It's me, you pay salary and then you micromanage to ask people to do. But leadership is like, I see something in certain people, I see things that they can't see about themselves.
You mean like their potential?
Yes, in certain role, in certain perspective, in certain way, if they go to this direction, they will grow. Now this is a tough job. My job is I'm going to convince them to understand what I'm trying to say about their talent, and guide them to go to that direction, so they can be the best of themselves in the business, in the community, in the organization. That's the job of leader. You have to pick out talent. You know they have a talent. Nobody can see their talent. Now you see the talent, then you have to sharp them up. Then now you have to groom them, emotionally invest in them, mentally invest in them. Then you have to use, because smart people also, like, you have to use the right word to talk to them as well, because they have a talent. They just draw, like a stone. You haven't sharpened them to certain shape yet.
How
So
a diamond,
yeah. So it's leadership is requiring a lot of skill inside out, right? That I when even now when I groom and teach another new leadership people, which is I'm still continue learning, because when you teach another new, when you already a leader, and then now I have to teach another person how to be a good leader, how to be a better leader as themselves, not because they copy from me. That's like another challenge as well, because now I have to learn how to deal with a smart leader going to be future leader. How am I going to make them make a decision on their own? Because one day when I'm disappear, they have to make a decision on their own. So how do I give the environment that my management, my team and my leader in my team be on their own, and doing that without look at my face and look at my, like, how to call it? Yeah, like look up to my face before make certain decision.
Like
I don't
hints from you.
Yeah, which is not healthy.
Like they are like
I want
Yeah, I know what
I'm
you
going
mean.
to make this decision. What
like,
does she will think about it?
I think we should do this, then like that. Like that.
Which is that's not healthy either. So that is the other challenge, which is I'm overcome that already, but I'm just share at the leadership point of view. I used to be mommy everyone. It mean like I want to make sure I pass all my knowledge, because when I teach people, I teach very like full heart, full soul one. I don't give people just knowledge and that's it, right? So I give all my experience and my knowledge, and that's also when I learned that, because I keep giving, make them, the more they feel insecure and not confident to make a decision on their own.
Okay.
Right. And you know that if we never practice it, leadership is also same like other skill. If you don't practice to fail, you don't practice to make a decision, you don't practice to own it, then nobody going to like help you with that, right? Because the knowledge is the same. If when you search, right, everybody may share with you similar, maybe the way they say is different, but it's just similar, because it's based on experience. It's built up certain way for you to communication. So again, I'm still learning as a leader up to today, and as a leadership I feel a lot of fortunate, because around me is a strong leader that I can learn from as well, and I have to be humbly learn from other leader as well. And I never call what I have a success, because I will tell you, like I told you before, like as a leader, it's very funny one. So anything happen with the business or anything happen with organization, you one only you will be the one who own it completely. Even you have 810,000 people, who care? You the boss, you own it. You the leader, you own it. It's your responsibility. It's your fault. Okay?
Company.
Yeah, but when everything that my team achieve, everything that my organization, the success, even this idea come from me, even I'm the person leading, I never own any credit for that. I always say thanks to my team. I have amazing team. Everybody book heart and soul in the work, even they not face in the public, even all this channel run is by them. I'm very proud to say I'm a shoulder with them. I never book me above them, which is that's also the hard thing of as a leader. I have to keep remind myself I eat rice in the bowl same as you, I use chopstick, I drink water same as you. It doesn't make me different just because I'm leading in front, right? So again, the leadership is something like you have to learn a lot of other skill on the way beside your business skill. Yeah, business is just one part of running a business. Business is like you run, number, what a business, what the wording, like calculation, how to deal with law and stuff and that. But then you can know all that knowledge so well, but then you cannot manage people well. Manage people here is not like kindergarten. Yeah, I'm talking about manage here is like understand them enough to understand that everybody life has something going on, and sometimes they may not perform like how you want. And then sometimes you have to make a hard decision to leave some people behind because you know they not belong to the organized anymore. And then sometimes you have to be let people under you lead you sometimes, right? So it's like the whole art of communication to make anything in life, in business, in life to lead to a next level. And I'm talking about leadership here. It's not only for business, by the way. I would talk even in your family, you are the leader. Parenting, you are the leader of your children. You go out and you make friends. You are actually leading something in the group of friends. And you can be in public, you do something based on example, make other people look up to you and they copy and they follow you to do the way that you're doing it. For example, you go to the big stadium, just assume. I still remember that story about the Japanese team, you know. The whole Japanese people go and clean the rubbish and everybody start doing it. So that's also leadership. Like they show the world how the culture they have and they bring other country to shame actually. They make everybody like in the stadium have to clean the place, become so clean and neat. So and that's what I told this story. I don't know if I tell you this story. The other day I go to airport the same. So you know now airport have the place in Changi airport by the way. So you press and you buy the ticket and they will auto bring to the food court, which is what shop they will bring. So your job is just go take the food, eat and book back to the train. And when you go there, you know exactly who's Singaporean and who not. And that's what I'm talking about. Leadership can be like that. Singapore successful train the citizens to keep the tray out of the table for the next people to
After
eat.
years.
Yeah, and then like I eat finish, I clear it because I leave it so long. That's become a part of my life as well. And then I see my eyes feel itchy and they start clear a lot. And then other people, other foreigners start feel weird and they start helpful. Even I know if I'm not doing it, nobody is going to bother. You know, they just pull this so they have some space to eat. But it's just by lead by example, like show something so tiny in life. You never know you are actually leading a lot of things. So yeah, so that's how I view at a leadership point of view. Bossy point of view is something that I'm very against of that. I never lead any of my for my whole business even when I have a little small business like 3-4 people until to now, I'll tell you when my first business I cannot have salary, you know, but then I always pay for my employee first. I never take home anything until my business get feed, which is you know you need blood cash flow for the business and your employee needs salary every month on time on day. And I always from day one, even that's a sound like very family kind of business, right? But for me it's from day one. I know I want to do business because I love to, not because I want money, right? So I always love to take care of people first before myself. So that is the thing that I saw myself in the leadership. And yes, do I face a lot of bossy kind of business owner because I work in business life? I saw it a lot, but I have no right to change other people. I only can create my own environment to show people how leadership should be and why work with me, make them feel like comfortable, happy, and safe. So that is something that I just have to focus on my own. You know, I cannot. But yeah, the bossy part, I think I will give back to Denise because she will come from the better view.
I think like you say bossy when you see it's not your company also. It's like other people with their children, unless it's full on abuse, you also cannot say, hey, you shouldn't teach your children like that, right? So it's the same. But yeah.
Is
so
that many years of your life is all the guy in bossy or all the
it's
women?
not just guys or girls. I have so many bosses, both males and females, that are okay. You see, the way the corporate world is structured is already not very leadership based already.
Yeah, of course.
People are elevated according to their results, personal results, which means how well they get the job done. Correct. But for example, somebody who is good at doing sales may not be good at leading a team.
Yep.
You get what I mean? But the person that gets promoted is the one who brings in the most sales, for example.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like the person is good at his or her job, which is great, but it doesn't mean that the person is good at leading or managing people, or like you say, finding their hidden talents and then grooming them.
Yep.
And also, I have met so many. To be honest, in my entire career, in my entire office career, right, I have only had, I think, two managers whom I would say were good mentors, and they lead me well. One is a male, one is a female. Okay, and so there's a saying that female bosses are not as good as male bosses because we have moods and all that, which is not true because I have two good mentors and one male, one female. Okay? And I have had shitty bosses who are bossy, and there are males and females. Okay, there's this horrible boss that I've had. He's very nice, but his essence is like a shark. That time was when I was working there. That time it was before money and you, so I didn't know about essence and shark. I just realized that I always felt very uncomfortable around him. Like he's like smiling, like anytime he's gonna gobble you up.
Yeah.
And then I realized that. And then why I talk about this recently, I met one of my ex-colleagues who we used to work there. The company that I worked at, right, was an event management company. I will not say the name, but event management companies are usually very busy, usually on weekends, because that's when we have a lot of our events, right? And we are expected to work extra hard because for some people arrive at 9, we have to be ready by 8 or 7, right? Something like that. And then people go where you have to stay on. It's like a lot of things. So we work very hard, and sometimes, right, to rush through a project, right, it's very common for us to work until 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 midnight that time. Then go home already, right? You shower, then you see emails will still come in at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. that kind. Yeah, and that is the culture. And that time I was too young to know that this was a very toxic culture. And okay, so this is something that, so anyway, I said I met my ex-colleague, right, and we were talking about that time when I was there were two other people that I was closer to. We came in at the same time. Okay, the two girls, which is me, another girl, and one other guy. Okay, and the three of us were quite close. And then after that, I think the bosses of the head boss, because there are three bosses, one has the most shares, so of course you talk the loudest, right? The
Money
one that has
give you
the
power.
most share is the one that it smells like a shark.
Oh.
Okay. So the three of us were quite close, and then we start to and it's good. I don't know why they don't like it, but we enjoy going to work. We work harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, he decided to break the three of us up into different project teams so that we don't get together. And then that's when I realized that if you find that you are divide and conquer, right? In money and you learn. If you find that you are having to divide just to conquer your team, it means that you belong to the bossy side.
Yeah.
Leaders side.
Correct.
Okay. So that's what I found out. That's a telling sign for the bosses. And other bosses are okay, this is something that I really another sign of bossiness versus true leadership. I think a true leader, like you say, you will always throw yourself into the fire first.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not by choice lah. I mean, you have to fail first, right?
Yeah.
Bosses or bossy people, they push the employees to go to the fire first.
Yep. I saw
it's
that
like,
also.
Yeah, it's like for example, when the boss like, okay, no, you go first. Then I push you go inside the fire first, see whether you burn or not. You burn Okay, then I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And I've had bosses like that, and they're not bad people. It's just that they were so afraid of making a mistake in the company because they have a certain standing now, right? They have been with the company for 20 years, so they have a certain they are directors, and I was working under. I happened to work under two directors in the same company because I shifted teams, and they are both nice people, very nice people, but as they are not leaders, I would say, because they are so scared
of losing their seat.
They are so scared of losing their seat. They are so scared that sometimes the things that we say, they don't dare to say. And they sometimes the instructions come down to the top, and it goes like they know that this is not good for the team. It's not good for their team, but they don't dare to speak up.
Yeah.
They don't dare to say no. I am not going to do this for my team. I remember I told you I had two mentors, right?
Yeah.
There was this female boss that I've had. We are still in touch lah. She's called Linda. And she was one of the first few that showed me what true leadership is like. There are many times when the management asks her to do certain things, and she will tell the management straight up, no, I'm not going to ask my team to do that because that's just out of the question. It's not part of the job scope. It's not going to help the company anyway. It's just to make you feel better. So I'm not going to do that. So she got into a lot of fights with the not fights lah, just disagreements with the management. But I feel that this is what a true leader is.
Yep.
That when the shit comes down, right?
You have to
block it.
You have to take care for your team.
Okay. And then sometimes, right, I used to have this joke with my ex-colleague lah. Because we both work under the same boss. Then the colleague would say, "Aya, our boss so poor thing, the work so late." I say it's not poor thing. I say she's paid way more than us. It is her job to tank the shit. That's why she's paid so much. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
If I'm paid as much as her, I will be expected to do more.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Very simple, yeah. It's like everybody want a pay as a leader
10,000,
level,
but you have to do 10,000.
but you don't want to take a pressure of the person that get high pay. That's it, yeah.
So I'm like, so I say no need to pity. They are taking home so much more than us. And then instead of tanking the shit, the bosses just let the shit just come down like that.
Yeah.
They will try a bit to say no lah, cannot, but they don't dare to really outright tell the bosses, I'm not going to do it, because like, it makes life difficult for them.
Yeah.
So this is my experience. There are many others lah, but anyway, I want to talk about good leadership skills. Then the other one, I remember the guy, this leadership he was very kind and very patient. But he was very firm. It's like a good parent.
Sound like me.
It's like no, you fierce.
Oh really?
They are both very firm, the male and the female, but they are okay. The male is the male is called David. I still remember his name. He's a mixed. He has Western blood inside somewhere. Very fair with blonde hair. It's blonde hair, I don't know. Then the other lady is Linda. So they both, what I really liked was that they both were very kind. They were very patient, and they were willing to help the team out as individuals. But at the same time, they were very firm. Like they will tell you that, hey, you still need to get a job done. I'm not going to just be nice to you, that's it.
Yeah.
So I think that was something that they had a very good balance of. They both great. I would say they are both great mentors. So that was when I had my first case of these are leaders.
So how do you like share with people who are going to find a job, especially young people, to recognize what is real leader and what is bossy? Because I don't think most of young people understand
but
this
I will tell you, it's
enough.
really very hard to find a good leader inside a corporate world.
Yeah.
Like I said before, the system doesn't support. I am good at sales, so I get promoted. I am good at accounting, so I get promoted. But it doesn't mean I'm good at leading people. No. You get what I'm trying to say? So there was some times, right, when one of my bosses, the nice lady, but the scared to lose her position one, she will say, oh, if you do this, you can get more commission, blah blah blah. Then I was pissed off already by then. And then I said I've been with you for 2 years plus. You don't know that I'm not motivated by money. She's like, because to her maybe money is a big motivation. So she feels like, it's like everybody's the same. But it's different now. She has a kid. She has 2 kids. Right? She has a certain lifestyle that she likes.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So then she tells me that, if you keep on with this, then you can get higher commission. And I'm like, I tried to tell her, I said that, not everybody is motivated by money. I said, do you know, like, your team who is motivated by money and who is not? Then she looked a bit like, so what are you motivated by? I said, I'm motivated by recognition.
Yeah.
And I was very certain of it. And so I told her, then she was like, what kind? So I have to praise you every time. I said, no. I said, but the company that I was at, this doesn't support that.
No.
Whatever ideas that, I came up with some online ideas for marketing. When during the COVID times, because we can no longer do face-to-face meetings.
Yep.
And do you know that I was the one who introduced the company to Zoom?
Oh.
They were still using Skype meeting. You know, Skype meeting is so
Slow.
and like unstable, right? The connection. Yeah, I was like, why don't you use Zoom? It's free. Oh, it's free, and they use it. And oh, the software is so easy and clear and easy to use. I'm like, it's an IT company I was working at.
Yeah.
IT company, okay. So anyway, that one aside. So I was one who told my direct manager, why don't you use Zoom? And then the entire team use Zoom. Okay. But then I don't need recognition, it's fine. I'm just sharing things. Like certain ideas I come up with, like doing certain shows live online and things like that. They took the idea and they ran with it in other countries. But yeah, lor, I just felt like I was never recognized.
They feel like that's your job and you get paid to do it. So
but it's true when you're in a corporate world, right? Whatever that I produce belongs to the company. Because I'm considered a company asset at that point. Unless I leave the company and I come here as a consultant, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But if I'm an employee, whatever that I come up with, I came up with so many PowerPoints and templates, you know, email templates, PowerPoints, and all that. I even design, you know, it's EDM, right?
Yeah.
I even design EDM by myself. Have you heard of it? It's not my job, you know, to do marketing and EDM.
Yeah.
But I design it using PowerPoint.
So you see, it's the thing like.
And they took it and ran with it, but okay lah.
Okay, so this part I will add on top of what Denise share as a.
Later they answer your question.
Yeah, the business view of how we run business, right? It's just sharing for the audience, nothing to do with Denise. So I used to recognition and give credit for everybody who contribute to the community or my business. But then when the business get bigger, that's become a problem. Because now you don't know who you can really trust. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, I understand.
Because some people come in and if you don't sign the contract with them properly, they can take the property which is not owned by them, ran away and say it's owned by them when it created by a lot of people who had soul and blood and sweat in the community or in the business. So then that's become a system right now. Like Denise have to face with that, become robot, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I say have to come back with how do you work with recognition, motivate other, and also have to protect the business and
I clarify first.
Protect the big
because
picture.
when we join the company, we are all sign contract.
Yes.
Okay, so this is how most corporate works.
Yes.
You go in, you sign a contract saying that if you're in IT, whatever IT programs you come up with, whatever coding you write, it belongs to the company.
Yes.
So the same goes for me. I know. I don't plan to take the design away.
Yeah.
But
no,
then,
that's what I'm saying. It's not in your case, but I'm saying
correct.
With people who bad heart, like right. So this is come back to your boss. Come back to your boss because they don't trust you and they don't treat you as you are the person that valuable for them. Is that more make sense?
Actually, I don't want them to go out to the world and say, "Hey, Denise make this." It's impossible because there are many other people who make other things in the company, right? The company I was with was in over like 7 countries. So there are lots of people who make things every day, right? But what I didn't like was that if the team that came up with something was from the Western countries, they always say, "Oh, this is done by the WHO. This is done by the WHO."
So don't recognize Asian then.
It's true, and I realized that, and I'm not even saying that you need to send out an email to the entire company, say, "Hey, Denise did this." I think that's quite stupid, right? But at the very least, I think my direct bosses should have recognized it.
The speak up
within the team itself. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Even that was not that. I'm not asking for like the whole thing, just within the team.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes people say it's because I have high ego and all that. But then again, if you think about it, is it not that I am very easy to motivate? I'm a kind of employee that is very easy to motivate. You just tell me nice things and then I'm like, oh, okay, I don't even need a pay rise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, in the end, I just like, I forget it. Then in the end, I just did the recognition thing, right? So I end up doing more and more and more. But my pay never increased. So there's no recognition, the pay was never increased. Then why should I say it?
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the thing, it's true. I work with the IT company, so we got signed contract that says whatever client information, because we have a lot of clients information,
Of course.
including their mobile phones and all that, we cannot disclose.
Yep.
We cannot move to our competitors. There is such a clause.
Yeah.
It's very common that we do not move to our direct competitors. Maybe the common one is about 3 to 6 months, depending on your position. If your position is higher, the longer.
Longer,
So
yeah.
for example, if I'm like just executive low level, 3 months, you cannot go to direct competitor. If you high level, director level, maybe you know all the secrets, then 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, so it depends.
Yeah.
And it's very common.
Yeah.
It's very common.
It's a lot. It's almost all the business you have to sign that paper.
No,
You know?
every
business you
that
have to
I
sign
work
that.
with have to, because that's how corporations work. The
Yep.
larger the company, the more detailed their contract will be.
Yep.
And of course, the company has a right to ask you that this is their contract. But also as individuals, you can choose to sign or not to sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't sign, then simple, find other job.
Yeah, correct.
But even no matter what job you go, you still have to sign the paper.
Correct.
As long as you still want to work for somebody, you have to respect the rule
of the playground.
That's
and that is not your playground.
And that's
sorry.
And that's the same thing that when I work here, same. Like before I become like.
You also sign contract.
I'm
sure when you still sign contract.
You have to sign. If you don't want the money, then you at home then, So, but you want the money, you want to work. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. People can give attitude. I don't want to sign. You set me up. Then go and do something else. Then
at the very beginning, so for the companies that usually because Singapore is very developed country.
I'm not going to go only Singapore. Yeah, even the movie you guys watching right now in cinema, every freaking actor or like producer, everybody have to
no
sign.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it's like something that you cannot just say like,
and the bigger the movie,
I want to do on my way.
The bigger the movie, the more strict they are.
Yeah, even you actually sign the paper right now to be a children of your parent without your choice. It means if you're not 18, you cannot make a decision on yourself. Even you sign a paper with your husband or wife that you're going to stick with this person. So if you divorce, you get half of the thing get lost. So everything in life, it print up. But who read the print up and how do you want to deal with the game? That's
details,
it.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you don't like to play in somebody else's playground,
make
with
your
their
own
rules, then you have to make your own playground.
Yeah.
Right. So, but of course, there's a plus and minus for everything. When I was working for a company, everything was. I mean, obviously there was stress, right? I mean, it's work, but it's not my problem. You know what I mean? To tomorrow, if the company die, it's not my problem, right? But today, if let's say I'm an influencer or what, today my video doesn't do well, it's my problem.
Yes.
Suddenly become my problem. But last time when I work, I go home, it's not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
The company $10 million loss, not my problem. I immediately look for a new job already.
Yeah.
So it's the same both ways.
Yeah.
I'm heartless, but the company is also heartless.
Yeah.
So it's the same.
So when you work with someone like in the environment of bossy, that's what happened. Like the employee actually doesn't care. The number doesn't say like, do they grow with it and so on.
Another way.
Your Christmas stuff come, baby. You can bring to the room and enjoy it.
Ava and her Christmas things. She's carrying her Christmas things.
She was happy because it come together, the whole set. Enjoy.
That reminds me, we need to do something for Christmas.
Oh.
Soon, right? Oh my goodness, 1 month later.
Do you feel like a year just passes so fast?
But every year is like that. Right?
Because we are almost like 1.5 years doing Spice and Nine. Remember last year we do from September.
Yeah, one of our first video was like we should watch it again.
Oh.
I know. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
No, but the first one was already this kind of you had really a setup going on.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Different. But why will be different now? So anyway,
get back to the question. Yeah. What did you share with young people going to corporate world? How do they should look up to for the first time they go to the job? I think most of them is motivated by money lah. Which is I'm sorry, I'm very against that. I'm very opposite because I think that's what I born with, which is from young. I never work for money. I work for knowledge. I always work for knowledge.
Like
up
where
to
can
now.
you grow?
Yep. So every place that I jump, I work. People are like there will ask me like why you keep change job, right? But my next job always higher pay than the first job, and important, my skill and my knowledge is improved.
Yes.
Right,
Which
like
means that for you are choosing places where you can grow because
can grow,
knowledge
yes.
and if your own knowledge is the only thing you can take away with
Yep.
you. There are only two things that you can take away from the corporate career. One is your knowledge, two is your network.
Yeah.
So actually, right, when I was younger, I didn't understand that part. But networking is very important.
Yeah.
If you are given a chance to go and work with C-level people, to talk to them, use that chance.
Yep.
And you go in, don't need to be scared. You just talk to them and then you learn from them and then they become your contact. You know how valuable those contacts are, right? And this is what I've learned already. There are only two things you can take away. So knowledge and
Experience.
yeah, not the knowledge and experience together.
Your skill will not like knowledge you can have at the place, but experience to
okay.
apply that knowledge then.
So knowledge,
Like you need the
experience,
place
applying
of
and
that, yeah,
knowledge.
because you need place to like practice.
Yeah.
And then of course you go to the next place, you do it better and better and better. But then maybe that is only apply for people who have mindset like me, like want to be entrepreneur and leadership now. But because I think in general people don't want high risk like me, then
No, but even if you're in corporate world, you also need that skill and you need the knowledge and the experience to move on to a higher position.
Yeah.
Right.
But for like for the business owner like me, right? I would definitely don't want to hire someone like me lah. Because I keep want to grow, I keep want to change job. It means it's very hard to keep one person like me.
Then
You see, like
yeah.
you can take care of 20 people, less complicated than take care of one person like me. Because to make me happy, you have to give me a lot of things, high pay, good environment. Like for example, I run my own business. Just assume, yeah, if I can bring home myself every month, just assume, yeah, I'm not saying I make that amount, 50K or 100K per month for myself alone. Assume. Then why do I make for your company then?
Correct. That's why you came out and do your own thing.
Yes,
because
so
you were not happy with the conditions of other people's playground.
yeah, so
right?
that's why I say, like, as a owner perspective, I would definitely don't want to hire someone like me. I will let the person like me get lost and open your own business, because I rather want to do business with the employee who good as me, and we collaboration together, then keep that talent under me.
But that one I would disagree.
And it's hard to maintain.
Because like you say, sometimes right, you need to practice your knowledge. So the company can also be a good place for that talent to practice their knowledge.
Yeah, but that's why I come back to the choice they make to stay back. Or
but if they do choose to stay back, you also cannot say.
Oh yeah, of course, if they choose to stay back, I'm not talking about they choose to stay back.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the time of investment. If I saw someone that's talent, and I have to book so much time and effort to groom one person when I can groom 20 more. You get what I mean? Because if this person already so talented, I should let them go, and I still support, I still love, I still take care. Sometimes they ask, I can answer. But I definitely don't want to keep them small. You know, like
I know
we as big at what time we are, right? And I would want the people who have similar speed like me and skill and knowledge go do business.
But you know, some companies are a bit more selfish.
Yeah.
So
it's just how I see
there
that.
are companies who like people like that because they bring new ideas to their company. Because if let's say I'm an owner, I'm so scared, tired, I have no new ideas. Suddenly this fresh, new, young blood comes in and so passionate and so full of ideas and giving so many ideas. I can just take them off my own. You get what I'm trying to say? So there are companies like that. So for the young people looking for a job, you just be very clear what you are looking for.
Yeah.
Are you looking for passion? Are you looking for money? If you are looking for money, then don't complain if the workplace has a toxic culture.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're looking for a good culture, then don't complain if the pay is not very high. You get what I mean, right? So just be very clear what you're looking like. And you were very clear that you are doing, you want this, and this, and when you are done with that, then you open your own thing, right? So just be really, really clear. What is it that you are looking for? If it's just money to fund your hobbies, then just take the highest paying job, and then 9 to 5, that's it.
Yeah.
Right? Don't bring your work home with you. And some people say cannot lah. I have a lot because I used to be in the customer service line. And then all these are corporate clients. Sometimes they will call us after work, 7 p.m. Sometimes on the weekend. And then
Why they don't have clock to see it's weekend?
and then they are I have a lot of teammates who will take these calls, who will reply these emails, but it's their own choice.
Yes.
That's why the clients will always do the same thing to you. Okay?
Yeah, because you allow it happen.
Yeah.
So this part I will add on as a leadership one, that as a leader and as a business owner, you the only person have to pick up the phone on Saturday, Sunday,
It's
and
your
you don't have
business,
off
what?
day. Exactly. So that's why I want to bring up, because
If you're sick, you're dying also have to pick up the
I,
phone.
like have to be very, because for me, right, why I can feel that Denise deserves a weekend off because she employee. But as me perspective of a leadership, I will request another leader have to take that call. Is that like is very clear? Because you choose to be a leader, or you choose to be a director, you choose to be
It's
CEO,
like if you're a
you choose to
parent,
get that, you choose to be that level. Nobody force you.
then you have to take that responsibility.
Exactly. You will have to work more than other people by choice.
And I think it's ridiculous. Okay, there are a lot of employers in the corporate world that expect their employees to work as hard as them. I think it's ridiculous. Are you paying me? Okay,
As much
unless
as-
you
yeah.
tell me you're giving me 50% of the profit,
Yeah.
then I'll work as hard as you because I have 50% of profit.
Yeah.
If you are paying me like 10%, 20% of what you're getting, and you expect me to work the same amount as you, then I'm only going to work 20% of what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a mom with her kid, or the parent with the kid, right?
Yeah.
You have to take care of the kid 24/7, whether you like it.
Mm.
The teacher is just a teacher.
Yeah.
After that, the child go home, that's it, done already.
Yeah.
It's the same.
The corporate world is quite harsh, right, in terms of like hour and timing and target to hit. And yeah, I have a lot of people who work in that and stuck, and they was like sometimes, like I have friends who even make like few $100,000 per month by salary, but he bring like million and billion dollar per month for the company. Like you say, you can bring $1 million for a company, and your salary is still like 1%
But
of
some
that.
companies very smart. Okay, because some employees is true lah. They don't want to be like entrepreneurs, like they say.
Yeah.
Because they just want to go home to their children.
Yeah.
You know, they just want to earn enough to pay for their children tuition, buy nice toys, go holiday, that kind of thing. They're comfortable living there, which is fine. And but some companies are very smart. They just treat them to like a meal. How much is the meal?
Yeah.
Even if I bring you to a fancy restaurant, $100 per person. How much?
Yeah.
And then, but you see, this is what smart bosses do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's leaders or what lah, but this is what smart bosses do. They bring you out for a meal, right? Like how much can you eat, to be honest? But how much are you bringing them in terms of sales, right? But because of this action, right, the employees feel very taken care of. Then they'll work harder. It's a smart thing to do, to be honest.
That's only work with Asian actually.
Yeah, maybe,
Westerner doesn't.
No, Westerners are more like, okay, 6 o'clock I'm done, bye. Don't call me back.
So that, and I think it's like talk to about leadership and business also same. You have to see what culture you're leading as well.
Correct.
Because I feel like when I work,
Asian.
I work with both. I work with Westerner people and I work with Asian people. I'll tell you, Asian people are too emotional. We need too much emotional support and taking care. And I'm not going to say that at the way of like I don't love my Asian friend. I love you guys, but at the same time, business don't have to be complicated like that. Don't have to be so much emotional involved like that. Yeah, business is business. Work, finish your job, go home. You know. So at that part, I would love to say that my Westerner friend give me a very good
It's a
clear cut boundary, like very clear.
Yeah, but Asian
5,
bosses,
6, done. Go home.
but Asian bosses expect you to pick up calls after work.
Yeah, so that's why I don't. That's why I don't have that culture in
You
my
get
company.
what I'm saying? So it's like the Asian boss is like this. That's why the Asian boss is so needy.
Yeah.
That's why the Asian employees are so needy.
So yeah, that's come with culture. So
like
because
emergency, urgent.
you agree, right? Like see all the Westerner here, they work there on time, they go home one, they don't carry your phone.
Yeah.
I say you call yourself.
Lunchtime, sorry.
Yeah, lunchtime, sorry.
Yeah, lunchtime, sorry.
Yeah. They won't have a negation or like
But it's very funny.
keep face like
my ex-bosses were German Australian. Then you would think that they are very westernized, right? But the Asian office, right, is very Asian. It's like, I don't know. It's like weekends, pick up the call. The bosses will tell me, no, go home, it's okay, go home. Go home, and then if I don't pick up the client's call, the client don't sign, I kena. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like say one thing and then you whatever lah. I just feel that the company that I used to work with is the actions do not match what they say. Like outside is so beautiful, but inside is all rotten. Rotten. How do you know? For the new people, how do you know if it's a boss versus a leader? All you have to do is when you go inside a workplace, you just get a vibe of the place. Don't look at the person that's interviewing you. You go inside, you know the office nowadays all open space.
Oh,
right?
very hard to tell either now.
Oh,
I
it's
tell you,
very
like,
hard to
if you ask me when young, right, I cannot tell one. You just have to work many places and then you have experience one.
No, actually, if you see
Because young, you first time go work, well, how do you know all
it's
this?
very
You
simple.
don't even understand what you call toxic culture.
No,
so
no.
now I ask you,
Okay,
so now you many years of working.
Okay.
Now you can explain what is toxic culture and what is a good culture.
Okay, so if let's say,
But
don't talk about the
if
toxic culture of work
think
culture.
of 18 years old, can you explain that? You
So
cannot,
that's what
right?
I'm telling them now.
Yeah.
So for young people, right, if you're going for interview the first time, right, don't just look at the person interviewing you. Go a little bit earlier. Then you know nowadays the offices is always open, right? You go and get a sense of the people that's okay. If you go in there, everybody is so quiet, like scared to be quiet. Then you know that kind of workplace is probably not a very fun place to go. To be honest.
And I get the next go interview very different with me, but most of the time I never have a chance to see anything of the company until I work with them.
Yeah,
because the interview is like one person, they will book you one room and you will talk to them one person.
Yeah, but okay. That's
like in general,
like conference room,
never
like the meeting rooms.
Yeah,
right?
never
But
have a
now
chance
because
to.
the offices are all most of them are all open concept. You don't get own cubicle anymore.
But you even open concept, right? You're not allowed to walk around the office one.
Can see one.
No, you cannot. Confidential and stuff the on table of the employee. If they lost them,
I don't mean that.
And they don't even allow to go in all that room.
No. I don't mean you go inside and roam around. When you enter, you can get a vibe of the place. Sometimes right, like we walk into a room, a couple is quarreling. Even though they are not quarreling anymore, you can sense that they're quarreling. You get what I mean? That heaviness. So if you walk into an office and it's like that heaviness, you get right a vibe check in the environment and you get the heaviness, then you would want to detox. And toxic culture. Toxic culture means expecting you to be on call 24/7, expecting you to be free when when your boss expects you to be free when he or she is free, and not when you are free. That is a toxic culture, very toxic. Like meeting and anything that can be settled with an email has to be done with meetings instead. I used to have a boss that loves meetings. Every time the meeting takes an hour, bloody waste of my time, seriously. And then after I complain, we never get our job done. Then got one time I was so upset. Actually I banged the table in the meeting. Because the fire come out, I cannot control anymore. I'm like, but it's not going to work. So why are you asking us to do this on top of everything else we have to do?
Yeah.
And then she was like, then she was then she's like, I don't know what she said. She said something like, but it will not help, blah blah blah. And then I say it is already in the system. You want us to put the same information we are putting in the system, in our internal system, into an Excel spreadsheet just because somebody is too lazy to go inside the system and see. It's not my problem, You get what I mean or not? It's asking me to do double job. And the boss also knows. But this is what I mean by she was too scared to outright say no. She said, I tried to push already, but cannot. I was thinking in my head, I'm very sure you didn't push her. I was so angry because we were already that our team is very small at that time. And all very overworked.
Yeah.
And the boss knows. She said, I know you guys are looking very high, you're all overworked. I'm like, I want to scold that word, seriously. Vulgarities in Hokkien, I wanted to. Then I was so angry. In the meeting room, we have 10 of us. I think 5, 10, I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, but it's not going to work. Why are you asking us to do this? And then my voice was like, and then I realized that, I should have done that, but I cannot. I was just so angry. And then she was like, but okay lah, it's difficult to manage me also lah. Because It's difficult to manage because I ask for
difficult
logic.
to manage all human beings.
No, it's difficult to manage smart people, especially.
Yes.
And especially for me, right? It has to be logical.
Yeah.
Right? If you ask me,
You have to say something that makes sense to people.
Correct.
Right? And then, like I say, sometimes you have to let other people lead you. You not always lead people. I always love to let other people lead me.
So you can take a break.
Yeah, I always love to let people lead me. If somebody better than me in certain place, I will step back. I will love it. I will give them 100%. And every time they complain, I say, no, my problem.
Take it.
Take it. You're good at it. Get it. You know, like it done. Get out of me. Bye.
Then like, oh, one more like to do this cancel. No need to
Yeah.
do
And I still remember like it's just 2 days ago I go for the dinner. And then I didn't pick for the menu. I don't even read. I just asked the guy what is the best. And I've been doing this for the last
the waitress.
4 years in my life. And you know me, babe. Every time I go ask Denise, I never look at the menu and choose one. I doesn't care.
No, just she eats everything.
Yeah, I just say what the best and then I get it, right? And then
what's a special?
Then my business partner, because of me, I say, wow, you're very interested. You didn't even look at the menu. You didn't even want to ask like food and anything.
Like something surprising.
But I tell him, I say, look, sometimes you just have to let some people lead, and these people, they know what they're doing because they've been running this restaurant every day. They know what is popular. They know what the best. They know what is good food. I'm not going to think they want to give me something horrible that tomorrow I'm going to book them not good reviews. So again, I'm actually just saved 30 minutes of my life by just let him lead me in the decision of eating tonight. Babe, you haven't go to restaurant and
the
see.
menu
I told you I experienced many times that my table, I eat 3 meals already. The girl next door still haven't choose it. And the guy was like, come on, undecisive people they turn left and right the menu like forever.
I 5 minutes done already. Any no longer than 5 minutes, I get like.
Trust me, if you really take a close look when you go to restaurant, you will realize a lot of people
I'm
right
too
there.
busy drinking and having fun to take.
Yeah, they were just so like take so long to decision just what they want to eat and drink.
A bit like my husband.
Waste of time for me. So yes,
it's just food that you put inside your mouth.
And then now you see my personal trainer like he laughing right now because I don't even decide what I'm training today. You know?
Oh, you mean Kim?
Yeah. Like he would tell me take the dumbbell, how many kg, this how you do. I say okay. It's just certain things in life that you don't want to think. You just let people lead. Like why do you have to fight with it? You say why do I need to take 12 kg and why not 20 kg?
Well,
you know, like
he
it's
has
like
trained so many more people.
Exactly right. Like you're not going to go to the conversation. Like you need to explain detail to me why it's 12 and not 20. How about 30 then? 40? You think I cannot carry 40? Like you know, people may
why 10 times and not 20 times?
Exactly. Why 10 and why 4 sets? Why not 1 set? Do you want like
1 set will do?
Yeah. Like how about forget about it? Let's go home and sleep then. You know, like it's just
even better.
Sometimes you then is something we're never done when you want to lead for leading everything, right? So yeah, I love it. Leadership, they teach me another thing that let go the power when it needed and you actually own nothing. You don't have power and that's when you are most powerful person.
Not for me, but like for bosses, especially in the corporate world, very difficult. It's very hard to find true leaders because true leaders after a while they get so tired of that bullshit, right?
They get their own. Yes, like me, yeah. Like you just we call the leadership like me is I'm calling myself a sandwicher when I used to work for people. It's like on top the boss give you a very heavy task, which is impossible, and you try so hard to protect your team underneath, and your team underneath give you another pressure because they don't understand your job in the between. So that's what it calls sandwich. You know, you stuck in the between of both pressure, and then now you have to make a decision. You love people in bottom though. That doesn't mean I don't love them when I leave. But as much as I love them and how much I can do, I not own the system or I not own the company. I not own the business. I cannot make changes.
Significant changes you cannot.
So and they also have to have a courage to leave the situation. That's it. So I think my blessing up to this moment, I have a lot of support and people who work with me is loyalty and stay with me very long, which is I think that's one of the thing that I'm grateful for, that I've been building team, and I've been live with people with integrity and love and support and care for them as human being. Before I'm calling them my team member, you see, and I also don't like when people call me boss leader, you know, right? I didn't feel like I doesn't just call me Nhi and just call me my name, and I'm okay with it. I'm just like you. I just do a different task with you, but I'm just a normal human being on this world as well. And leadership is something that you can talk forever. Actually, one episode is may not enough, but
Yeah, but it's a bit heavy lah.
I would
So we will
say
end it soon.
yeah, it is heavy. It is heavy because
Yeah, so many.
a lot of people
so many
feel like it's sensitive to talk about that, and even me, right? I have everybody a different style of leader as well. You see, so my style of leadership is quite
vigorous,
like firm and direct, and I require
vigorous.
people take action a lot, right? So some other leader they may
Don't just talk. Don't just talk.
Yeah, some other leader they were more pampered, you know, more soft, more gentle, more like water way of communication. Me is I believe in strength built through pain, right? And
She's just gonna throw rocks at you like basically.
yeah,
She'll take a small stone she throw first. Hey, you okay? I haven't died yet. Still larger rock throw at you. Oh, still haven't died. Come larger one throw at you.
yeah. But that's the thing I find is even like I told you about today that I'm learning martial art for second class, right? So today my second day, I told you
She
guys
enjoys the pain.
my whole body in pain right now, and I don't know where pain is come from, but I'm just from head to toe.
Yeah,
like,
one block of pain.
and I can't wait for this live stream to over, then I can go and knock off because that's how much pain I'm going through right now. So I go back to the thing that I'm talking about leadership, like why I give people a tough love or the firm or the discipline or the action that I request from people, because I can see you have to go through this pain and you have to get used to the pain and understand pain is a part of process to be stronger, better, and live a less painful life in this era. Does that make sense to you? You have painful here, but this pain is make you stronger and better and more stable for you to deal a pain here, because the pain of regret is worse. The pain of unhealthy body is unspoken but also worse. You know, the pain of you have to deal with a lot of like, you know, it shit that you're not happy with your body, mental illness, you know, not happy with your finance, your relationship. This pain is as worse, more worse than this pain here.
So basically, if you are rich, you have a problem. If you're poor, you also have a problem. So which problem do you want?
Yeah.
If you're fat, you also have a problem. You
Skin,
fit also have problem.
Yeah, like now, like
so
pain.
Which issue, which problem you want, you decide.
Yeah.
You choose.
You will never have a life with pleasure without pain and have a perfect look or perfect wealth or perfect money.
Basically, you must put in effort. Time and effort. You need to put in time and effort. Especially something like fitness, right? You cannot lie on.
Yeah. And back to our title today, which is also our closing moment, is
closing moment. Yes, we're almost done.
Be leader or not be leader. First, please be leader of your own life.
Yes.
I'm saying that to myself
leader
every day.
Your own life, your own mind, your
lead,
own stomach.
Lead your own self first. If you can successfully lead yourself, the rest slowly will be taken care of it. You know, people ask me what is my secret of success of leadership all the time, and then today I will repeat this on Spy and Nice, normally and say in my other channel. I just do what I know as a leader that I want to look up to another person outside there. I'm first have to do it first. Other people follow me or not, I don't care. I just know that I have to do for myself. That's first. And you were surprised. You start attract a lot of crowd of people who are want to do things with you, follow your dream with you, support you in your dream, love you for who you are. And leader is not by you choose to be a leader. The follower will tell you if you are the leader.
Whether you are good or not, you will know.
Yeah. And it's okay if not be a leader.
Yeah, if you
it doesn't fun here either, you know.
If you don't want to be a leader, you just don't be one.
You want or not?
Me? Yeah. I don't want.
I know, but I still want to teasing her. I'm like, you want or not?
but But I have a feeling I have to be.
You have. I know you have Nada's number soon. One day. I can't wait to see
Look
my
at my
friend. Okay?
not excited face. I will be one of those leaders that will be like, yeah, just get your fucking shit done. Stop
Yeah.
talking to me.
Yeah.
Stop bothering me. Don't bother me. Don't come to me anymore.
Yeah. It's something like it's funny because around me a lot of friends I know they potentially can be a leader.
It's not about potentially.
But then you just see they deny and they run away and it's just
not
so cute
whether-
for me, you know,
yeah,
like
and-
cute. I'm like, oh.
I know. But the thing is that it's not whether I want or not. I have a feeling I have to be.
You
get
have
what
to
I
be,
mean?
yes.
Yeah. It's not
So
whether
that's
I
what
want
I
or
say, the
not.
potential.
I can
See,
feel it coming towards me.
she doesn't want it, but it
I
is
know.
what she chose for this life. So.
So what disaster?
What is disaster is decision made. Like, every day I will ask myself, why do you want to be a leader? And then I ask myself, what other talent you can do then? These are only things that you're good at.
Makeup. Cook.
But that's after for a while boring as well, you see. But leadership give me a lot. Like I think a leadership is a perfect for my character because it's so difficult.
It's new challenges every
Everything,
day.
yes.
Every minute there's
Every
something
minute,
new.
yes.
Every minute there's a new baby coming to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sister.
That's true. Yeah. Oh my god, now I feel sore pain here. So
I think the only
in
part
my
that
life-
is not hurting is your nose and your fingernails. That's about it. And your toes, maybe. Even your toes hurt, right?
So yeah. I don't know. 1 more years, I don't know how I'm gonna look like. It will like with this pain consistent every day like this. I don't know. But
She will look like the Hulk.
but I love this new pen though. It's just something.
She will be like, you see her at the buffets, right? Then buffets, right? She will just take the food and she will.
So now I can actually eat and drink as
And
much
then
as I
she
want.
has like 8 packs abs. And
Ah.
she's like, I need to put the cake here. I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
My abs are made of cake and ice cream. Can you imagine?
Oh, now you motivate me to go to MMA every day.
Yeah, so like my packs are made of ice cream and cake and beef and tequila.
Yeah.
Has one compartment by itself.
Oh. I want to see Ava with that as well. And by the way, it's about that also. See, I'm the example role model for my own daughter as well as lead by example again. And then it's so hard for her to like I've been trying to talk to her a lot. I say, Ava, want to go dancing class or not? Want to go music? You say no, I don't want. Then I like, okay, mommy going to go MMA class. You want to go with me? Then she's like, okay, I go with you. So sometimes it's just like
we need to be togetherness.
do with someone. Yeah, I realize that with her now. I realize like they tell her to do something, she won't do it.
But if you say her friends are going back immediately, she wants to do.
Yeah, she need somebody do it, then she do together.
It's not for company because we are there for the people that we love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like okay, there was this time, okay, last story before, and nothing to do with leadership and bossiness, by the way. We are done with that part.
Yeah.
It's just a gossip time. So there was this day when my when there was this day when my sister had something happy to celebrate. So
Okay.
she wanted to go out for drinks. Then she just told me at the very last minute, like maybe afternoon, then she said, if you want to go out. I said I got hair appointment, Karen. Then she will say, no lah, cancel lah. Then she tried to, convince me to cancel it and go. And then I said, where you want to go? I say, I'm already out. I'm here. I don't want to go. I want to go home. I don't spend so much money. But then she's like, never mind, I treat you, blah, blah, blah. Then I was like, okay lah. Because it's my sister, so I go. So that's what Sanchez will do. It's sometimes we go to places not because we actually like the place, not just because we like the place, but because of the people.
Yeah.
And we have fun. The moment
It's time for you to learn how to like everything, especially if you want to be a networking and be working.
I know. Should we talk about networking soon?
You mean next topic, right? Not today, right?
Yeah, no, not
Yeah,
today.
yeah, another topic
Oh,
about
maybe
that.
next topic we should talk about Kama Sutra.
Sure.
Apparently-
What?
apparently Anne hasn't seen that Kama Sutra before. Have you not?
No, what is
So
that?
I was thinking whether we should do an episode where I just bring a book that I have. Obviously, we cannot really show the pictures. I have 3 books. I have 3 Kama
Okay,
Sutra.
give me. I want to see.
then
What is that? Oh my god,
I want her.
my spice friend.
I want her
Ew.
expression. I want her expression when she sees it. I will pick some very ridiculous poses.
Okay.
There's one called helicopter pose, by the way. It is so ridiculous.
What? Wait. What helicopter? Like that's one they
And some-
tin.
Yeah, dun.
So is it
There's
tin?
a
How do they?
motion, there's a motion.
You must be kidding me.
But I was going to fight because apparently I give people that kind of vibe now. So whenever I remember when I turned 18 and when I turned 21, right, I have Kama Sutra books. Both were presents. And then the third one.
Wait, okay, I heard about this book. I never see it.
It's basically a book of sexual positions.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to give me that and ask me to react on YouTube.
I think we should do that. It'll be fun, right?
It will be fun, but I'm just not. My brain is like blank right now. So let's go with next episode.
Yeah, we will
yes,
think
I will
about
do
it. We will think about it.
Nah, I will do for Denise. I'm just don't know how. Like it kind of like processing. You know, like.
It's just one of the top possible topics, you know.
You know, I dare to.
Yeah, I know you're there. I'm just thinking which one to do next. Sometimes like there's a vibe.
I'm just not sure after I watch like any man watching that video still want to be my boyfriend, which is like,
helicopter. But seriously, some of the posters I look at it, I'm like, are you a pretzel or something? Is that how you can? I've tried some. It's just not tryable. I'm sorry. unless really,
maybe you MMA, maybe MMA.
you have to be a yoga instructor or something that kind. You know, it's like so
Oh.
super flexible.
Flexible,
kind.
yeah, okay.
And then some requires the guys to be super strong. I'm like, hey, hello, I'm not a tiny girl like Anne, you know. For me,
I'm not tiny though. I'm actually heavy.
No,
What is
yeah,
your weight?
I cannot see my weight on camera.
Oh, sorry.
Not even my husband knows my weight.
Your
But
husband don't even know your
No,
weight.
I refuse to let him see whenever I sell the skill. That's how much shame I have about my weight.
Why? Don't think that.
It's another topic that we can talk about lah. I have is it inherited or whatever lah? It's
Genetic, huh?
it's not genetic. It's like because I'm very vain, right?
Yeah.
So that's why. And then after that, the society tells me I should look a certain way, blah blah blah. And even though I know it's not true, but it takes time because I've been programmed like that for 30 years.
Oh my god,
So it
even
takes time
married
for
already,
here
you
to
still
come
think
in.
that
No,
your
it
husband
doesn't.
love you how you look like.
It doesn't. No, he prefers me to slimmer. That one I know.
Really?
But of course, he still loves me how I look
He
like.
like bone?
No.
I never heard men like bony before. This is weird. One guy, I'm sorry, but bro, you need to.
He still loves me for what I look like, regardless.
You give him chopstick for a while, he come back and he'll fall in love with you forever. Stupid idiot, bloody hell.
No, because when he met me, I was a different shape. No. Later I'll show you.
Yeah, but I saw it before. I saw your wedding
No,
picture.
it's not about him. It's not about him. He is supportive and he loves me regardless of the shape I use. It's just that I have this internal dialogue about myself that
I don't know. I feel you
I have struggled with since teenage years.
I think you have amazing body and
So I'm
a
lot better now.
I don't know why you feel that way, but yeah, I will still tell you that.
I'm a lot better now.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
lot
still
better.
feel like you.
Can you imagine last time how horrible I was? I'm a lot better now. Whatever
I
lah.
love Denise for me, exercise is just because of health benefit. I doesn't care how I look.
Sometimes this morning I did yoga. Can you believe I woke up at 6:30?
Good.
Because I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, people ask me like, "Oh, you exercise so much because you want to look sexy." I said, "I don't care if I look sexy. Really, I doesn't care though."
But you want but you want the pain.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to feel this pain, so I don't because I've been like I told you I got sleep this before, and that feeling is horrible. It's like
the pain of not being able to move freely.
And the
do
pain
what you want.
And the pain of you cannot even carry 3 kg baby. You know how hurtful as a mom is that? Like I feel I'm useless, Cannot even carry Ava 3 kg. That's how pain is that. Like, I have to lie down and breastfeeding her. Horrible. For 6 months, I feel I'm like I feel like I'm not living as me. I doesn't love my body at that moment. I will beat myself up. I will say that why I don't take care of my weight and so on. And even now when I go to doctor and so on, right? So you see, everybody have a different problem one. Like for me now, right? Even I go to doctor and of course you have to do X-ray and I go chiropractor every 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah, you have to go chiropractor.
Oh,
that's why
when you have the sleep.
Yeah, now I'm still going.
Every
I'm still
2 days?
Yes, every 2 days. I'm still going. I have chiropractor. So if I don't go for a while, right here I start feel discomfort.
Or like it would like start to shift back to the.
Yes, you can feel discomfort, and this is what the doctor told me, right? It takes years for you to be where are you and the pain. It's not only the baby come out. So that's when I realized, because from young I work very hard and I carry heavy stuff.
So
I
your
work for a
posture
restaurant.
is already-
Yes, it's already damaged from young. But you see, that's how much I've been like. To be honest, I pay so much for Ava to go chiropractor right now and go for help, go for doctor, because that's pain. It teach me a lesson of, if your parent don't take care of you and don't have a knowledge of all this about health, right? In the long run, you will suffer one, right? You will suffer because of.
And now she's going to school.
She will carry so heavy
Her
bags.
bags are so heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I told you, it's like heart pain for me every morning to see her carry that, but
That's
I
why
cannot help her.
But that's why we have those trolley bags.
Do you see the primary school yet? You bring stroller, so what? You carry up for level 4.
Yeah, that's true.
That's even worse for her.
Yeah, there's no
it become
need,
like
right?
this, like
Yeah.
slanted, So it's like you cannot, like, now the only, that's why I want to send her to learn sport.
Also, she
and
has
all
more
that.
muscle.
Yeah, I want her to be, because now she carry her bag. I know with her size tiny, right?
She's so slim.
Yeah,
She doesn't like food also anyway.
Yeah, she's still growing, stay and fit lah. But I think she grow up, she won't love her, like she always have her image problem. One Sagittarius have this problem. I think I realized, like when I was young, I didn't have an image problem for myself. I was more about emotional problem.
Finance. Emotion and
No,
finance.
kid is when kid I didn't know about finance yet, so I'm more about emotional. I want family and all that. So for her, I think she enough with my love lah. She always insecure about what she dress and what she wear and how people look at her.
Insecure about what
how she look like.
Yes.
Which is for me, it's like, and even she insecure how her mom look like. Like sometimes I go out and she will like, mommy, you should don't wear this when you go out with me.
Yeah, if you wear this alone, I don't care.
Yeah, but you go with
me, you should wear unicorn pants.
Like, I'm like, why? And then and only when her teachers tell her like, oh, your mom is so gorgeous, I love your mom, then she start okay for me to go with her. It may have to be somebody else approve that your mom is cool and I love your mom. Now, mom, you can follow me.
You own self-approve, not counted.
No. I'm like, come on, I have a style though. Like my style is different with you, but I have style. Like what is talking? No. Yeah, she said no, mom. Like I don't like that dress.
I also have it.
Like
that's why I told you I have body image issues.
Yeah, Sagittarius have this have
because we are very concerned with how other people look.
Yeah.
And it's taking me. I'm still practicing now. Like I say, I'm not better, but it's
maybe time for you to go MMA with me. Let's learn together, babe.
I want to do yoga. Maybe I can do yoga and MMA. I mean, expensive. It's Paya Lebar, some what
Would you learn something near your house? I sure have one. You don't have to go Paya Lebar. They have many places. Your look is worth it. Yeah. If you want to look, if you are so concerned about your look, which is now I'm focused on that, because you talk to Sagittarius, don't talk about health, and she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm very big.
If I go to that, she will like get lost, and I don't want to talk to you.
I feel okay.
I feel okay. I'm healthy. So
no,
if you talk to someone like Anne, like me, then you can talk about health. I will like, okay, I'll exercise.
Like what if
you
die before your loved one?
Yeah.
And then you have nobody to depend
on. That's how you have to talk to me.
See, then she will be like, oh, nobody, I will die first, then nobody can depend. Oh no, I cannot let my loved ones down. My team is depending on me. I cannot die first.
Yes. But for Denise, I like, let's go for MM.
No, that's why I'm working out now.
Yeah.
I'm working out every day.
Good.
You know,
see, that's it.
Steamer.
You just have to tell her like she will make her look good. She want that.
I also know very long ago lah. It's just that I lazy also. So if you're lazy, you don't know. You just like to daydream.
If she is my neighbor, that's it, man. I think she will freaking block her door when I'm knocking. Because I will every day come and come, go exercise with me.
Oh, actually, I do enjoy violent sports.
Yeah.
I really do.
Let's do it.
It's just that it's expensive. But it's nice lah. It's really nice.
And start with YouTube lah. Buy the thing and practice at home by yourself.
Actually, I got do.
Why I feel the whole body pain?
Actually,
I don't know where it comes from. It's pain everywhere.
By myself. Because I got learn the foundation.
Yeah. That's it for today, guys. And thank you for turning on with us. Wow, you guys have been with us for so long. Don't forget
1 hour 19 minutes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
I will see you guys again in the next episode, of course.
See you next week.
with more and more interesting topics.
Spicy topics. If anything you guys want to hear us discuss, etc., let us know in the comments below. Maybe it's time to have a different segment that is a bit more trashy.
Oh, why not?
Because I used to have this show that was super trashy and everybody loved it.
You should try to do spy. We should do spy
Spice
and
and
nice.
Spice. We should do
We
Spice
should
and
do
Spice.
spy and nice. And one day that I have a different person here with Denise, not me. Then she said she will help me with my Miss Yi, which is haven't seen start yet. I will keep nagging now. Like
The one
start.
after for our dear mentors after CS.
After CQ. Okay. And we'll see you guys next episode. I am Anne the Spice.
Who is hurting everywhere, even her lips are hurting. And I'm Denise, and nice to see you guys next week. Remember, like, share, and subscribe.
Good night.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, my whole body.